Hello, my name is Nisa Martinez. This will be the flashcard I'm using. Sorry. Okay, so today I will be talking about the integumentary system, which is composed of the skin and accessory structures such as our nails, our hair, and glands. It contains all four primary tissues: connective, muscle, nervous, and epithelial. Its functions are to protect us, physical protection, the regulation of temperature, excretions, and secretion, the nutrition through vitamin D3 synthesis, sensation, and immunity. We will talk about those more in depth in a little bit. The skin consists of the epidermis and dermis. Deep to the dermis is the hypodermis, also known as the subcutaneous layer, which is not considered part of the integumentary system, but is talked about in this chapter, and we will also talk about it in this video. We are going to talk about the structure of the skin and what the layers are. So first we will talk about the epidermis, which is the most superficial part of the skin. It is what we see with the naked eye. It's the skin that we feel. It is what we see. It consists of 4 cell types, which are melanocytes, keratinocytes, Merkel cells, and Langerhans cells. Keratinocytes are the most numerous cells within the epidermis. Melanocytes are the pigment-producing cells, which is what gives us our color. The Langerhans cells are the phagocytic cells, which help in the immune response, our body's immune response. Merkel cells are what detect sensation, so it allows us to feel, obviously. There are 5 layers to the epidermis. One way that I remember them is by a mnemonic device. It's "Come, let's get sunburnt," and that is from superficial to deep. So the 5 layers are the stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum granulosum, stratum spinosum, and stratum basal. Corneum, lucidum. Okay, sorry. And in the stratum corneum, which is the most superficial layer, flattened dead cells are what is found in that layer. The lucidum is the clear and glassy part of the skin, glassy layer. It is what makes up the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet. It's the thick part. The granulosum is the it's where keratinocytes produce keratin and keratohyalin. The spinosum is where the Langerhans cells are most common, and they help in fighting. It helps in the immune system, immune response. So it helps in fighting skin cancer and other things that could harm our skin and body. Stratum basal is the deepest layer of the epidermis, and it contains melanocytes. The dermis is deeper to the epidermis, and it consists of 2 layers: the papillary and the reticular. The papillary contains blood vessels, lymphatics, and sensory nerves, and it supports and nourishes the overlying epidermis. The reticular consists of collagen and elastic fibers that are meshed together to resist tension in the skin. The hypodermis is also called the subcutaneous layer, and it stabilizes the skin's position against underlying organs and tissues. Examples of where this can be applied clinically and how the anatomy of the skin can help in my future could be in the dermatological sense. It's helpful in medicine when diagnosing skin conditions and performing tests such as skin cancer. And an example would be cellulitis, which is inflammation to the dermis, which, if we know where it's found in the skin, it will help treat the patients.